With Doubtnut, get instant video solutions to all your maths, physics, chemistry, and biology doubts. Just click the image of the question, crop the question, and get instant video solution. Download Doubtnut app today.
Hello friends, let us see the question. Measure the temperature of the following. Actually, this is an activity. In this activity, we have to take a beaker full of water, a beaker full of sand or soil, and a closed bottle containing a thermometer. So next, we have to keep them in bright sunlight for 3 hours. Now measure the temperature of all three vessels. This is the activity actually. And the first question that has been asked in this activity is the temperature reading more in activity 1 or 2? So they are asking whether the temperature after keeping the beaker full of water, that is activity 1, or beaker full of sand or soil, that is activity 2, in sunlight for 3 hours, which one will be showing more temperature? That is the question. So here we have to learn a small concept, that is specific heat. So what is this specific heat? So as you can see, there are two different types of substances in both the activities. One is water, that is activity 1, and another one is sand or soil. So how we will know whether which one will be showing more temperature after exposing them for 3 hours? So we have taken two substances, that is water and sand or soil. But there is a concept called as specific heat. As per this concept, whatever the substance that is having more specific heat will be requiring more amount of energy in the form of sunlight to get increase in same amount of temperature, like in degree centigrade. So the substance with high specific heat will be requiring more amount of heat to increase the temperature. For example, take for example you give some energy like 1 calorie. For example, if you take 1 calorie of energy, then if you want to increase the temperature of both water and sand by soil, then with that 1 calorie of energy, the temperature of sand by soil or soil will increase more compared to water. Why? Because water is having more specific heat, so it requires more amount of heat to increase the same amount of 1 degrees of centigrade. But in case of sand or soil, to increase 1 degree centigrade of its temperature, it requires comparatively less energy compared to water. So that is the concept of specific heat. So in this experiment, we have been given same amount of sunlight for both of them, that is a beaker full of water and beaker full of sand by soil, because we are keeping them both under sunlight for 3 hours. So we can say that we have given nearly both of the substances nearly same amount of energy, because we are keeping them both in sunlight for 3 hours. But which one will be heating more and which one will be showing more temperature after the 3 hours, that depends on this concept called as specific heat, as we have discussed. So since water requires more amount of energy to get increased by same amount of degree centigrade, that is, for example, you want to increase it by 1 degree centigrade, so water will be requiring more amount of heat. But within the same time, to increase the 1 degree centigrade temperature of sand or soil, it will be requiring less amount of heat compared to water. So what will happen here? With the same amount of energy, in the same amount of time, sand or soil will be increasing the degrees of centigrade of temperature more compared to water. So what will happen? The temperature reading after 3 hours under the sunlight will be more in case of sand or soil compared to water, because The specific heat of water is more, so it requires more amount of heat energy to get increased by 1 degrees of centigrade. But in case of sand or soil, it requires comparatively less amount of energy compared to water to get increased by 1 degrees of centigrade. So the answer is sand or soil, that is activity 2, will be showing more temperature after 3 hours under sunlight compared to water.
For class 6 to 12, IIT JEE and NEET level. Trusted by more than 5 crore students. Download Doubt and App today.